So Shelby Oaks was fantastic. I genuinely loved it. I thought it was well shot, well directed. I mean, this is the directorial debut from YouTuber Chris Stuckmann. He wrote and directed the film, so congratulations, Chris, on getting this film off the ground and into theaters. He's the next next in the list of YouTubers that are actually doing things and making other forms of content for people to enjoy based off of things that they love. You had the Critical Drinker making his Ryan Drake novels, and then he ended up making his short film Rogue Elements that's on his YouTube channel. And then you had Eric July of the Rippaverse and bringing Rippaverse comics to light. So now he's got his own comic book lines, storylines, characters, all this stuff. I mean, it's awesome. It's just really cool to see all these guys be able to do what they love and actually have other people be able to enjoy that. But so Shelby Oaks was awesome. I followed this character, Mia, and she is looking for her sister. Her sister's been missing, right, for a while. And it turns out that her sister is part of this YouTube channel called The Paranormal Paranoids, right? Her and 3 of her other friends. They are this YouTube channel where they just go to haunted houses, haunted areas, and they document their findings. And in this world, I believe that most of those types of shows, of supernatural shows and haunting shows, kind of died out. So this kind of reinvigorated people's love for the supernatural and the occult and all those things. So they gained a very decent cult following, and then their last place that they had visited was this town of Shelby Oaks. Apparently it was deserted and things had happened there back in the day, and it's just the town's kind of been left to nature, right? So they went there and they went missing. They had the last bit of footage found from them of what had happened, and someone ended up murdering part of the group and everything. And so Mia is now trying to find her sister. Her sister's name was Riley, and it turned out back in the day they both had an encounter with this supernatural spirit, this demon entity that was seen outside of their window. So because Mia had saw it as well, she knew that her sister Riley wasn't crazy, but also she just didn't believe the truth was out there as much as it actually was. And speaking of, people and artists and people in the entertainment fields doing things that they love, I mean, I just found out that David Duchovny has a band, right? Duchovny, Fox Mulder all day. So now Mia is on the hunt for her sister, trying to find out what happened and why she never came home. It's just awesome. It's a very phenomenal film. A lot of good jump scares. The way that the film starts out as a documentary and then transitions into a normal movie was just awesome. I mean, there was that movie that came out earlier in the year called Strange Harvest, where the whole movie was filmed through body cam footage, house cams, the news. It was all clippings like that. And it was kind of lame, and I thought that's what this was going to be like. And I was like, man, based on the trailer, I did not necessarily think this was going to be a found footage film, but I'm glad it's not all a found footage film. It was just awesome. I guess I will just say the creature is like this succubus type demon thing, but it's just awesome the way that everything goes about her, going to try to find out what happened to her sister. And it's funny because considering that Chris Stuckmann is a YouTuber, and he reviews a multitude of horror movies, there are some things that he had characters do that I just would never personally have characters do. I mean, I will just say that this Paranormal Paranoids group, as cool as it is and as they are, of just the 4 core members going out and finding supernatural things, I would totally have a crew. I'd have a crew with me. I'd have some friends that I really trust, whether they're camera people or they're, getaway drivers or people on standby to call 911 if something was to happen. It just kind of seems a little outrageous to drive all the way out to these haunted places that people could easily be, residing in, and all these crazy crackheads and shit, and then have, no backup if something was to actually happen. And same thing with Mia. When Mia goes to try to find her sister and she heads to Shelby Oaks, she does go alone, and it's like, I know that her husband doesn't believe her, but damn, you didn't have any friends or other family members, a cousin or someone that you could just bring with you. I would never go somewhere like that by myself. But other than that, like, those are the only gripes I had. The movie was actually done really well. It was paced very well. All the stuff with the demon entity was very cool. In the trailer, they show this old woman who I thought was like the sister. I thought it was like years later, and maybe the sister would be all old, trapped in this cabin, like feeding this demon type of thing. But that's not at all what happens. But you definitely should watch it. It is the perfect movie for Halloween, the perfect movie for this spectacular season. A week before Halloween, it's not bad. I would definitely suggest you guys check it out. I was just shocked as to how good it actually was and how much I enjoyed it. I mean, I would love to own this on DVD if they release it in a DVD format or Blu-ray format. I would definitely love to own this film. So congratulations, Chris. You did a fantastic job. But yeah, I suggest everybody check out this film. And I will say the ending is just so sad. It's such a sad ending. It's so good. You think it's going to end good. And I even thought it was going to end a certain way, and I was completely wrong, completely subverted my expectations. So, again, congratulations, Chris. It was a fantastic debut feature, and I hope he makes another film later on down the line. But yeah, this has been Ghost in the Craig. Thank you so much for tuning in. Halloween is right around the corner. Happy Halloween, everybody. Hope y'all are dressed up and got your costumes going for whatever it is you decide to do or go, and be safe out there. Take care of the kids. And yeah, I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.